All right, we're doing it live. Vin Diesel, if you're out there, this is dedicated to you, Vin Diesel. We're doing it live. And you inspired it. What's cracking, legends? How are we all this Saturday morning? Just for a random midweek stream where we're going to watch some shit in the world. I hope you're all good out there, my friends, arguing about, or not arguing, discussing where we're living, biodiversity. None of that. Not have to worry about. Actually, there's a lot of biodiversity in Thailand, but it's a little bit different, I guess. They're all expats from Western countries for the most part. Anyway, today we're going to be diving into. How's the audio, by the way? Is the audio good? We sounding all right? Is the giant cranium on display? Am I looking suave, dapper, smoldering? Today, yes, we've got a couple of videos that we're going to watch and have a bit of a chat about. Again, I don't actually know what I'm doing with this channel yet. I haven't quite decided. We'll see how it goes. Plague, how are you? Good to see you. Garrett, good to see you, mate. Haven't quite decided what we're doing with this yet, but I'll work it out at some point. But today we're going to watch, we've got two videos to watch from two different, glowing, how are you, bud? Smoldering indeed, David. Is the audio still good? Nice. All right. So what's going on is we've got two videos to watch. One is, I don't know who this guy is, but it's from Spencer Cornelia. He's like a kind of like a intelligent money real estate kind of uncovering scam guy, I guess. I've used some of his footage before. I may have mentioned him. We're going to look at this guy. I don't know who he is. He kind of looks like he wants to be a skater and a gym bro at the same time. I'm always wary of anybody who's got a ring on their right hand, a giant ring like that. Usually tells you something's not altogether right with them in the head. If they need to sport a ring like that. I mean, the chain I can dig, but the ring, I can't get past the ring. And then we're going to see what's happening with Wes Twatson. Old Wesy Twatty. See Wesy Twatty there? Oh, he's been locked up. Johnny Bravo, who John Bravo, by the way, at this point is literally making his whole career off Wes. Well, just building his whole career off Wes Watson. That's a bit unfair, but I'm saying right now, he's just like literally going from strength to strength on the back of Wes Watson, and that's great because I mean, who am I to argue that my channel was built around Sensei sloppy tits? So I'm not here to judge Johnny Bravo on what he's saying, but yeah, we're going to see what's happening with Wes Twatson, and then we'll go from there. What did I do with? But the first video, we'll check out the other douche first. Now, I don't know who this bloke is or what he's up to, but he looks like he's from the same vein as the other guys. So we'll slowly get into this one now, and we'll see what this bloke has to say about it. But there's a lot of these people coming out of the woodworks, and every time you want to do an alpha video, a new alpha comes. And it's also one thing I've learned about the internet is I used to think that if there's already videos about people, you can't do a video. And then I realized as long as you take a different approach to what they're doing, which I think I do most of the time because I hang shit on them in a unique way, I believe. I think it's all right. You can't always be the first person to do a video on someone. And a lot of the times, I try and do things that are a little bit different, but you're obviously going to borrow footage that you found from somewhere else. But yeah, I don't know if we'll get to this guy as a video. I don't think he's worthy. I haven't seen this yet, so we're both watching this. We're all watching this live, raw right now, raw. All right, so let's get into it.
Will ever tell me what to do. I live a life of freedom because I don't care what regulations come out in this country. I don't care what they try to do. You can't tell me what to do.
How's the audio, by the way, guys? How's the audio on the playback? Not my fat voice. How's the audio on the playback? Are we good? You need it a bit louder? Is it suitable?
I'm the king.
The alpha male king has officially pled guilty for committing financial fraud. He's going to miss his freedom and being able to yell stupid motivational quotes while on stage.
This is so stressful.
All right, a bit low. Hold on. So I got to do something about this audio situation. Seems to be not as good here as it was previously.
The wannabe entrepreneur lifestyle he was living was all paid for by his victims.
But you know what is a big deal? That there is actually a lot of...
Oh, shit. Sorry, I forgot to put the video on. Good call, Glowing. Good call. Now, there is video. I'm just a moron who forgot to put it on. All right, now let me know. Let's give it a crack again. Let's give it a crack again.
No one will
Give me feedback on the audio and the video now.
ever tell me what to do. I live a life of freedom because I don't care what regulations come out in this country. I don't care what they try to do. You can't tell me what to do. I'm the king.
The alpha male king has officially pled guilty for committing financial fraud. He's going to miss his freedom and being able to yell stupid motivational quotes while on stage.
Which is basically, by the way, is the key to all of these guys. You do have to yell motivational random shit. All right, we're all good. Video, audio, we're all good. We're rocking. All right, nice. Let's do it.
This is so stressful.
The wannabe entrepreneur lifestyle he was living was all paid for by his victims.
But you know what is a big deal? That there is actually a lot of evil in this world.
In a Freudian...
And it's never people that actually steal the money. All these people always tell you about how there's an enemy out there that you need to fight against. It's never them, the ones taking your money. It's always some other invisible enemy, the boogeyman, Baba Yaga. It's the Baba Yaga out there. It's never them taking your money. By the way, that was a bad place for Spencer for me to pause on. I mean, he looks like Steven Seagal when he was high. Okay, tell me he doesn't look like Steven Seagal in this photo. They look like they've been on the same substances. Sorry, this is off topic, but okay. That's Steven Seagal's face. That's Spencer's face. They look like they've been seeing the same pharmacist. That's all I'm saying, right? Same pharmacist. Steven Seagal, Spencer. Anyway, sorry, back to the video.
Split moment for Jeremiah. He warned everyone that there is financial evil in this world perpetrated by wannabe entrepreneurs like Mr. Alpha Male, nicknamed The Bull. His YouTube channel is named The Bull. It's full of important advice like the following.
So this guy's got 3,900 followers, but he's telling people how to become a millionaire. Why? Why do you need to do that if you're already a multi-millionaire?
I mean, there's a lot of dipshit adults out there. Dip pieces like chassis, right?
His IG is at The Bull Evans.
Eloquent guy, as we can tell already. He looks like an eloquent, classy guy. A good communicator by the looks of it. He's definitely going to be an eloquent speaker, articulate, and communicate well. That's the key to getting your message across, obviously. And I think this guy knows it.
And the man visiting his wife while he's in prison is named The Bull as well. Jeremiah Evans was featured in a video on this channel in 2023 when the story first broke. Since then, he's transitioned into being a male model. He was the lead speaker and host.
I'm sorry, what did he just say? Did he just say he's a male model? I'm sorry, but I'm not gay, right? But I can still appreciate another man that's attractive, right? I'll objectively say that Brad Pitt in his youth was an attractive man. Ryan Gosling, I can understand why women like him. Is any part of this man model worthy? All right, sorry, we had to do a poll.
Model. He was the lead speaker and host of the comical conference in 2022 called AlphaCon. This conference was mocked across social media because of how hilarious the concept was. And for two of the main speakers to be charged with fraud less than 36 months after the conference, is our society cleaning out its bowels?
Not really, mate. There's a long way to go. Imagine having something called AlphaCon. Does anyone recognize any of these names, by the way, at AlphaCon? We got Keaton Hoskins, which is a shit name. Sorry, Keaton, but that's just a bad name. Ian Went. That sounds like a woman's name if it wasn't Ian. Jimmy Rex. I mean, he's named after he named himself that. There's no way his name is Jimmy Rex. He named himself after a T-Rex when he was a kid. He changed his name. Brad Lee, the Bull. That's the worst name. Tim Ballard. All right, he's normal. He looks like he should be a doctor or a nurse. Tim Ballard. Nick Santonastaso looks like he should be playing soccer, football, for some Italian team. That's what he looks like, or Spanish team. Aaron Wagner, he looks like, I don't know what he's doing. He's like an art house guy or some dickhead who sits on a yacht, pretends he's rich. And Jason Harwood, he just needs to go back to a fucking baseball game.
That's right. There is another fraudster in this photo that we'll discuss in a minute. Anyone want to guess who?
Because evil's a fucking coward. Evil wants to go after the easy kill, the easy person, the one they can take advantage of. The second they realize they can't take advantage of you is the second they'll cower away and find somebody else.
Jeremy.
Sorry, Spencer. But basically, they just get on stage, yell a whole lot of people, and that's supposed to somehow be motivational and get people to give them money.
Maya surely took advantage of people. Let's break down exactly what he did.
Let's do it.
Incorporated what's been my most popular program is my Amazon stores. So people come invest in me in these Amazon stores. We build it and run it for them. you know, and then they're making cash flow roughly anywhere from $3,000 a month to $6,000 a month.
The lovely Amazon automation stores that has given me like 10 videos worth of content from influencers pushing these investments. Jeremiah influenced over 500 people to sign up. He was making.
So you get 500 people to sign up. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Making posts like these to his then 400,000.
The average cost of starting a business in the US is 300,000, or you can invest 40K in a done-for-you Amazon store. I mean, that's not even put it in quotation marks, you idiot. It's not even professional, and make 3K to 7K per month passively. Meanwhile, the hashtag is @Alpha Financial Agency. That should be a big red flag right there. Amazon automation prices are going up. New prices: 45K for a store, 40K store. I don't know what any of that means. Profit split 50-50. Okay, so they take half the profit.
Plus Instagram audience, highlighting how starting this Amazon business is a fraction of the cost of the alleged $300,000 startup cost for other businesses. The real sales pitch was in the passive income you'd be making every month of around $3,000 to $7,000 per month. It was a super sexy.
Who's paying $40,000 to these dickheads? Honestly, is anyone actually paying $40,000 to these guys to do this? If you've got $40,000 spare, you're doing all right, and you shouldn't be giving it to these guys. They're not going to make you a millionaire.
Sales pitch to make a median income level salary in your sleep while Jeremiah's team did all the work. Too bad it was bullshit. The Amazon.
Okay. For starters, right? If the name is Alpha is in the title anyway, you got to skip out. You got to leave right then and there. If the person you're dealing with has Alpha in their title or official Alpha Finance, just bail. Just get the fuck out.
Bullshit. The Amazon situation was unfortunate because it actually was a legitimate operation for about 12 to 18 months. Here's Jeremiah talking to Brad Lee about it.
A buddy of mine who plays for the Raiders here, his store did $160,000 in sales last month, about 16% profit margin. So he brought in almost $20,000 in 1 month. We were just doing it all for him.
There were a handful of operators.
You know, someone's lying when they're rocking back and forth when they're telling a story. That's usually a sign. I'm not a body language expert, but that's usually a sign they're not confident in what they're saying, or it's bullshit.
His store did $160,000 in sales last month, about 16% profit.
That's not a confident person right there. Arms crossed, swinging side to side.
Margin. So he brought in almost $20,000 in 1 month. We were just doing it all for him.
There were a handful of operators that were legit and running stores for their customers. There was a profit split and everyone was making legit money until influencers began running ads and marketing. They were spending a lot of money on advertising. Today's sponsor, Rocket Money, will help you keep.
Rocket Money. No one's giving me any sponsor. By the way, I did get a sponsorship shout out. I think I told you guys, but I'm not going to do it. The gambling website. I got offered by some gambling website to do a 90-second promo in exchange for money, but gambling websites are evil, so I will not be going down that route. I'll wait for an underwear company or what's it called? Raid Shadow Legends. Seems to be the way to go.
To get started for free. When Jeremiah found out that the e-commerce operator was screwing him, here's what happened next.
I grabbed this motherfucker and I start beating the shit out of him right there on his front porch. Tried to run back inside, grabbed him again and kept beating the shit out of him with all the rage that I had.
What actually happened is you had a massive increase in the money supply, influencers running paid.
I mean, first of all, he's admitting to assault right there. If I'm not mistaken, he's admitting to basically being another Wes Watson, which we're going to get to Wes Watson after this, by the way, guys. He's admitting to beating someone up, and that's supposed to tell people that he's professional or what? That he stands on business? He's standing on business.
Get out of him with all the rage that I had.
What actually happened is you had a massive increase in the money supply, influencers running paid ads. The marketing pitch revolved around needing passive income to protect you from job loss, because the hot topic at this time was people losing their jobs from COVID. And so you had a parabolic rise in the number of stores being in this automation space. Amazon didn't like it and cut out everyone. The entire business model deleted overnight. Here's Jeremiah's post about the investment in October 2000.
Did they really? Is that what really happened, did they? This is 2020, so this is going back 4 years. But did Amazon really cut this off? I didn't know they could do that kind of shit.
2020, where a client store had generated $167,000 in sales in the previous year. This sexy investment model was actually legit until Amazon decided to cut everyone out. The reason Jeremiah is likely going to prison for fraud is what we'll cover next. His marketing contained misrepresentations.
It's always good when it works out well, then they end up going to jail for fraud or they do dodgy shit. Yeah, it's that's just these mofos, man. They just convince themselves that whatever they're doing is fine, and then it inevitably turns out they've always done some dodgy shit. I don't know how they get away with it for so long.
Including his appearance in Forbes.
But thank God for the internet and people like this guy.
Forbes. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that any wannabe entrepreneur influencer featured in Forbes paid for it. His $120,000 watch he used to influence people into thinking he was rich and successful was from customer funds, not profits. That his millionaire status was derived from the unlicensed sale of the unregistered Alpha investment security and not profits derived from the Alpha investment. Listen to this next video clip of Jeremiah trying to be philosophical and tell me if you think he's...
Philosophical is not something that comes from that I think of when it comes to alpha males. Nothing they say is philosophical. They just swear like maniacs. So this guy's basically just using people's funds, right? Which is what all these companies do anyway, like your Enrons and whatever else, that all these scamming companies, all the banks, they just use our money and then they go under and then they get bailed out again by somebody. Well, there's no bailout for Jeremiah.
A trustworthy
The bull.
investment advisor.
If you keep up here and live in your mind palace, this will become more of a reality than your actual reality is reality, and then you will actually do everything in your power to...
All right, I'm just going to stop it there. Just because he's goatee, I mean, he's supposed to be an alpha. That's the least alpha goatee I've ever seen. Now, I'm not claiming anything alpha about my Sensei Seagal goatee. We all know what this is about. I did trim it, but I got to grow it out again and possibly color it. I've got gray hairs. I've got more gray hairs than Seagal does. But I mean, have a manly goatee, all right? What is this? I mean, there's nothing. This doesn't look alpha. This looks primed and manicured, and that's like a woman should do, not a dude.
Make this manifest into your reality.
Let's just say I'm not shocked that this young Socrates was a wannabe entrepreneur and fraudster. The investigation has not shown a single investor who generated $40,000 or an average monthly return of $4,000 in passive income from the Alpha investment. Jeremiah was posting videos on his YouTube channel highlighting his alleged financial success, but the investigation found out that it wasn't as it seemed. $20 million is the alleged amount of...
That is true. He is a model. I forgot about that. He is a model. That's true.
Revenue generated from 530 investors.
He got $20 million in initial investor funds. I mean, so 530 people combined gave him $20 million, which works out to what, like $40,000 each, roughly. Yeah, okay. If my math is roughly right.
That's around $37,000 per investor.
There you go.
The issue I had with the influencers promoting this risky investment was that they could have been charging around $5,000, as that was generally the fixed startup cost, and then a 50-50 profit split. But that flashy lifestyle can't be paid for by being fair. You got to really upcharge approximately.
All right, now here's the thing, right? These guys, a lot of these guys, I'm going to do another poll. Do you think he owns those vehicles? Now, do you think these guys like own these things or they're just renting them all? I'm very curious to know. I can't imagine that they're just going out and spending $300,000 on a Lamborghini. Then again, he got $20 million of money from people, and he probably didn't need to spend $20 million to get started. If he had $5,000 from each one, he still walks away with a good 5, 10, 15 million. So
Only $5.3 million, or about 25% of initial investor funds, were used by Jeremiah Evans and Mackenzie Evans to fund a lavish lifestyle. Instead of managing the e-commerce investment, Jeremiah used the money to enhance his lifestyle to appear wealthy and fit the idea of what a successful entrepreneur is. Here's where the money was spent.
they're not trying to be successful entrepreneurs. They're trying to be alphas. There's a big difference. A successful entrepreneur will happily just quietly go about their business. How many rich tech dudes would there be out there that we don't even know about, right? Started their own business, clothing companies started their own business, made millions, quietly under the radar. That's an entrepreneur. These dickheads are attention-seeking alpha, attention-seeking. Look at him. He's got alpha on his hat, alpha on his shirt. If that's not a red flag not to invest money with someone, I don't know what is.
This is honestly what is creating the most.
Humongous, how are you, mate? Funky, you're in. Oh, you slid in. Funky slid in as well. Sorry, guys, if I missed some of you. Callum, I've been just gas bagging and watching the video. Hope we're all well, my friends. These guys are such. Again, alpha anywhere. Just get out. And if the guy's name is the Bull, I mean, you know.
Wealth for me is by building, owning, and scaling businesses. And I'm 26 years old, and at this point, I own 7 businesses. I own a supplement company called One Mission Nutrition.
$320,000 for personal investments in One Mission Nutrition.
I own a car detailing company called Spruce Detail.
Well, there you go, Kuro. He probably just picks up old cars, details them up, and brings them back to his yard.
I own a life insurance and financial advisory business called Alpha Financial Agency.
$161,679 toward the purchase of a personal residence.
I own an e-commerce business called Alpha Automation. I own a credit company called Alpha Credit Solutions.
Luxury vehicles valued at approximately $550,000.
What's he doing with a credit company? What does that mean? He owns a credit company. What does that mean? He gives people a line of credit? He lends money to people? What does a credit company do in America? In Australia, a credit company chases people for money, if I'm not mistaken. Or well, that's a debt collector, but same thing. I don't know. What does a credit company do other than buy a Lamborghini for $500,000?
I own a restaurant called Coconut and Grill.
$300,000 for personal investment with the Coconut Group.
I own a second restaurant called Las Botellas.
$250,000 to the Nazarene Fund for production credit on a docuseries entitled The Hidden War. Jeremiah's post on X indicates that the docuseries will involve Mel Gibson exposing a child trafficking business. However, AP News reported that Mel Gibson is not directing the docuseries, according to his publicist. Lastly, the final $50,000 of investor money.
So this guy's invested in 2 restaurants because, you know, he wants to be like that guy who gets to come into a restaurant that he owns, sit down at the hero table, possibly have it cordoned off with, like a tape or a rope, because he wants everyone to know how important he is. Kind of like the Goodfellas. He wants to walk into his own restaurant where everyone shakes his hand and he thinks he's a hot cock, you know? Definitely.
Went into an investment into Wags Capital. Wags Capital is the company founded and owned by Aaron Wagner.
Jeremiah has invested a lot of money in my businesses, and me and him have become really close friends.
If you guessed Aaron Wagner as the other fraudster in today's trivia question, then you were correct.
So it's a dude here with the sunglasses. Old Wagner here, who wasn't quite sure what his look was. Well, he's a joint scammer with the Bull.
And you were correct.
I don't ever ask people for money. This is what I do. Hey, this deal is dope. I'm going to win on this thing. Who wants to come with me? It's never an ask. It's an offering.
Cool story, bro. If these deals
I know, it is a cool story, bro.
actually made money, even worse is that Aaron might not have even been investing the money. Utah beer moguls blew $40 million of investors' cash on splashy Western homes in a private jet.
Then I actually thought about it, and I was like, man, that's pretty dope. Like, these people can't...
Again, he said dope twice in one sentence or one paragraph or even one speech. He said the word dope twice in one speech. Red flag. If a dude's strolling out with a backwards hat trying to look like he's cool, he also looks like he's double deniming. I don't know if that's denim. Could be denim. But if he's, again, dressed in with bracelets everywhere, he looks like he honestly should be having a juice bar somewhere near the beach. Should have some kind of wheatgrass juice bar somewhere.
Even tell whether I'm working or I'm playing. I must be doing things right. I must be on the right track.
Thankfully, the people investigating Aaron Wagner didn't care if he was working or playing. Instead, they splashed out on multi-million-dollar homes and purchased an $8.3 million private jet. It is
so. How do these people not think that $40 million is going to go missing and no one's going to notice that shit? He bought a jet and a private homes. What are they called? Western homes. This looks like it's written by an Asian newspaper. On splashy Western homes and a private jet. Classy guys. Yeah, there probably is only 13 people in the audience.
claimed, all while bragging about their extravagant purchases on social media. The Daily Mail shared an image of Aaron Wagner's alleged house priced around $4.2 million in Alpine, Utah.
People are paying for this. They're just stealing people's money and buying themselves mansions. They know how, brother. Yeah, they're just buying themselves mansions with people's money. And this is just outright just take people's money and buy shit with it. And do they not think about when people might ask for that money back at some point? Is that not part of the plan?
His business partner and co-conspirator's house, also in Alpine, Utah. Former BYU athlete and influencer took money from Crumble and defrauded investors, feds claim.
That Jeremiah has invested a lot of money in my businesses, and me and him have become really close friends.
The Den of Thieves 3.
They haven't become close friends. They've become scammers together. That's what they've become. They've become scammers together. Den of Thieves is a nice way of putting it, Spencer. They're cuck buddies.
Starring former BYU football players coming to theaters next summer. Wagner's wife has a protective order against him for herself and all their children.
Oh, hold on. What's his name? The dope dude has got protective orders against him from his children. Okay.
get granted those in Utah without some serious evidence attached. Aaron and his wife owe my company a lot of money for the work they hired us to do on their personal home.
So the
They've
wives.
had lots of lies and excuses, but still no payment has been made. I've heard many of these same stories from other subcontractors too.
So basically his wife's involved as well. She's also involved. So if they've got the missus in, the whole family's involved in the scam. And I don't understand why they're not staying, like they buy houses in the area where they scam people. If I was going to scam 40 million, right, I would piss off over it. Well, I am overseas, but I'd piss off to some obscure country where $40 million, I would live like a king. I'd build myself like a Pablo Escobar condo kind of setup and get the fuck out of wherever I scammed. I definitely would not hang around where I scam people. That's all I'm saying. That's just dipshit move.
I know of 4 other companies that were screwed over as well for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The AlphaCon now has a different meaning considering 2 of the main speakers were con men.
But I was shocked at how many people were offended by that word.
It is, by the way, a great name, Alpha Con, because they are all con artists. I never actually thought about that because I just ignored it before. But given that the place is called Alpha Con and all these guys are literally scam artist douches, it's a perfect name. They're telling you exactly what they're doing at the conference you've attended. So you kind of deserve to get reamed in the ass, if we're being honest.
I'm not talking about a couple people. I'm talking about tens of thousands of tweets, retweets, whatever you call them, and Reddits.
People were mocking Jeremiah's use of the word AlphaCon for his supposed alpha speakers because we could all see right through the charade.
Help me! Literally getting the shit kicked out of me and chocolate milk being poured down my throat, and you sat there and watched.
All these turds have the same.
What? Why is someone having chocolate poured down their throat? What the hell? Is this supposed to be some kind of torture? What is this? Waterboarding?
The shit kicked out of me and chocolate milk being poured down my throat, and you sat there and watched.
All these turds have the same MO, produce the aura of wealth through lots of online branding, and then sell courses offering you their secrets. Bradley, who spoke at AlphaCon, seems to make a lot of money selling a digital platform for other wannabe alphas to produce their own courses, who then sell them to other people down the line.
All right, so this guy, the dope guy, he's got a company where he helps people create courses that they can sell to other people. How many courses do we possibly need out there? There's got to be a limit to how many courses there can possibly fucking be. Otherwise, it's just limitless courses. That wasn't chocolate milk. It's chocolate milk or milk. Yeah, maybe it was the black man's jizz. Maybe that's what he was saying. I don't know. But I would go to North Korea for 40 million. You're not wrong, Dino. 40 million might be worth it. I'll go hang out with Kimmy for 40 mil. Yeah, if this guy's selling courses to people, how many courses could people possibly need to buy and or create? There's only a certain amount of things that need courses, and there's only a certain amount of courses within those specific topics. Nothing. They're not revolutionizing anything. It's very fucking strange.
On the line. The smartest business owner is the one selling the platform to the people looking to sell the shovels during the gold rush. The salespeople were making good money too, but ultimately were hit with charges. Around $6.75 million, or about 32% of investor funds, were paid as commissions. Dallin Pilley made approximately $2.5 million. Dallin was hit with a federal complaint. Cole Brimhall made approximately $1.2 million.
I mean, these people weren't on the list, so I don't know who these people are. But they're all receiving commissions from initial. So they're obviously getting rich people to invest, or their friends to invest, making money off it.
Utah sales agent admits to defrauding clients of more than $4.9 million. This news release is referring to Cole. And Noelle Evans made approximately $555,000.
I mean, I'm going to let her slide. I'm going to let her go. All right. Not for any different reason. I'm just saying she looks like she's innocent to me. And perhaps, her and I should discuss it privately, but I'm just saying, I think Noelle's innocent. Let Noelle go. Lock up the rest of the other guys.
Another $6.3 million went to their third-party fulfillment partners, one of whom is Ecom Partners.
Anger is one of the most powerful tools that people do not use.
Go find one of those kids, and you beat the shit out of him. And you can't come home until it's done.
That is just ripe for if I do a video, and I'm not going to bother doing a video on this guy because he's just annoying. But that's just a clippable little
kids, and you beat the shit out of him.
Do not use.
Go find one of those kids, and you beat the shit out of him. And you can't come home until it's done. I'm no different than you guys. I could have stayed really fucking fat.
I mean, he's not really fat, but he's not exactly svelte, is he? If we're being honest.
And lazy.
Jeremiah was
What's funny was I went down in the comments and someone wrote, I could have stayed fat and lazy. Buddy, you still are both. I love that comment.
Able to generate a lot of revenue, as were many wannabe entrepreneurs on Instagram in the 2020 to 2022 cycle.
In the past year, this is for 10 million. We're at $16 million.
The problem is that many of these ClickFunnels award winners were using unethical marketing and hype to sell, in this case, a fraud scheme, and some believe he's heading to jail soon. This Reddit commenter believes 5 to 8 years, apparently from an email sent to the victims. Jeremiah has one final message to everyone.
You're a pussy is what you are. You're a little bitch.
That, my friends, is the...
Well, that's not... Obviously, he didn't come from the Wes Watson school, did he?
Sent to the victims. Jeremiah has one final message to everyone.
You're a pussy is what you are. You're a little bitch.
That, my friends, is the most alpha of males we will ever see. Thanks for watching.
I think Wes Watson will have something to say about that, Spencer. I know that was Spencer Cornelia. No, we're not watching that. What's going on there? That was Spencer Cornelia. So that guy, what? I accidentally closed it. My bad. That's what happens when you suck. All right, now,
Don't engage
before we start about this, would you guys give that guy any money? Is there any part of you that would give that guy any money? The fact he's got alpha written all over his clothing, okay, and he's standing on stage yelling at a place called AlphaCon. I don't understand what people are doing. Yes, Wes Watson did get arrested last night. So for those of you that don't know, there's a guy called John Bravo, right? Does anyone remember the Johnny Bravo cartoons? We're just going to go off topic a little bit. Okay, now this guy here, Johnny Bravo, you guys remember him? I don't know how old a lot of you guys are, right? But this is Johnny Bravo. He had a cartoon. Now, there's a guy called John Bravo Films, is what his channel's called. I don't know why it's called John Bravo Films. They're not really films. But he's been getting heavily into the Wes Watson drama. If you look at his channel, I mean, on old John Bravo, he's Wes Watson, Kelly Muscle, Wes Watson, 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 Kelly Muscle, Wes Watson, Big Boy, Wes Watson. There's a lot of Wes Watsoning going on, and he's getting a lot of views for it, as you can see. So he's got a theme, and he's sticking with it. And why not? He's become that guy that can that can just shit all over Wes Watson. He's getting hundreds of thousands of views. But he's an interesting guy. Now we're going to watch his take on it. I just showed you Johnny Bravo because I want you to just see what he looks like and just say that he looks exactly like Johnny Bravo if he dyed his hair blonde. But anyway, this is old Wes Watson. There's our boy Wes, by the way, who was yelling at people not so long ago, walking around with a fancy watch on his wrist. And now what's he got on his wrist? Oh, he's got little handcuffs there on his wrist. Got little handcuffs. Anyway.
Police, don't engage, because if you get arrested for anything else, you'll be locked up in jail until your trial.
Yeah, I just want to, real quick.
Mr. Watson, please don't make any...
I mean, the alpha dog, he can't even shut his mouth in jail. He has to, I mean, when he's getting arraigned or whatever, he has to try and speak. He's going to try and alpha the judge into letting him go. What is Iron Mag Labs? What's going on here?
Wes Watson.
Okay, so tell me this guy right now, if he didn't just dye his hair blonde and put some sunglasses on, I don't know if he's trying to lean into it, but if he was really going to lean into it, he should be dyeing his hair.
He was in court this morning to try to beg and plead to the judge.
So, by the way, the voice, right? The voice. You either love it or hate it. I'm not a fan. I don't know if he's putting it on or not. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a certain American thing. I like this. I don't mind this guy, I should say. But the voice is just, I don't know if it's a put on, like a Sensei Seagal ethnic thing.
Like a little bitch for bail after his arrest last night in Miami from the fight that we all know it happened. Elevation Fitness with the 7-foot monster, right?
Not gonna lie, he looks a bit retarded. Again, I'm wondering, is he putting it on? Or is it a character that he's playing? I'd like to know what he's like in real life.
And this court hearing just happened a few moments ago, and I'm going to show it to you here in full. Now, let me explain the process really quick for people that don't know. When you get arrested, you get taken in to county jail. They book you, they process you, you wait.
So Wes Watson's 5'8", right? And I don't know, not that it matters, but I think it matters to a lot of these alpha guys. They all want to be 6 foot tall. Wes Watson especially, but he's 5'8", I believe. What else did it say? How much is his weight? Was he 260? 230 pounds. So he's not even 260. Wesley Thomas Watson. I don't know. Wes Watson just sounds better. Definitely. I don't know who came up with that. Race is white. Damn, he's the same age as me. He was born in '83 as well. I'm actually older than him. So, and I'm not a millionaire, billionaire like him either. You see, that's why I'm a loser. He's the same age as me. He's younger than me, but he's worth millions. What's that? He's in jail now. Ah, okay, for assault probably. All right, fair enough. He's gonna get locked up. Well, I guess you could take that into account as well. There's other factors in life, but you know he is super rich though. Apparently. Hair bald. I can relate to that. Weight 230. Yep. 5'8". I don't know what the rest is.
Get in to county jail. They book you. They process you. You wait all night like an asshole. They switch cells every hour so you can't sleep. And you're tired as hell the next day. Don't ask me how I know this. Okay. And the next morning you wait to see the judge to see if they're going to give you bail. So this is not a trial. This is just a request for bail. Now notice something. When you're watching this, they fuck up everywhere. They don't even see the guy has a...
I mean, regardless of whether or not he does look like a bit like a Mong, right? As you guys are saying, looks a bit Mongish. He's got very well manicured everything here. I mean, all these modern day men now, is it not cool anymore to just have like a bit of a rough hair patch and a bit of goatee? Is it not possible to just have, you know what I'm saying, like a bit of stubble? And does everything have to be neatly manicured to be a man now? I thought being a bit rough around the edges was what being a man was about. Now it's no one's got body hair. I mean, I've still got my chest hair. No one's got body hair anymore. His facial hair is like sculpted perfectly. I mean, it looks meticulous. I'm not gonna lie. It looks very beautiful, almost like a team's been working at it. Even the hair, it's all quite
Okay. But again,
Long
this
as
is not
not
a trial.
PC.
This is just him begging and pleading with his bitch lawyer to try to get a bail for it. But look at their fuck ups, number one. And number two, the asshole couldn't keep his mouth shut like I was saying earlier. He tried to open his mouth.
This guy really hates Wes Watson. I got another question. Do we think is this... Oh, we better not ask. Actually, I was going to ask if he's gay, but I mean, I don't know. Do you think he's gay? I don't think he's gay. I'm 7'8", 6'78". I thought so, Scotty. I thought you were a giant from the olden times.
And we know what kind of trouble he gets himself in when
He really hates Wes Watson, by the way. He really hates Wes Watson.
he does open it. So let's watch this together.
President, good morning, sir. Counsel, can you announce for the record, please? Of course. Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Gottlieb on behalf of Mr. Watson. Good morning. Have you had a chance to review the arrest affidavit? I have not seen the affidavit.
Oh, hey, Kat, good to see you. Frankly spoken, who I assume is Pork's friend. I've put the pieces together. How you going, dear? Good to see you both here, ladies.
David, Your Honor, however, I am familiar with the facts and circumstances of the case. This was a fight that happened at Mr. Watson's gym where an individual challenged Mr. Watson to a fight, came into the gym, placed a recording device believed to be a cell phone down to watch him fight Mr. Watson. I believe Mr. Watson has numerous defenses, including stand your ground, self-defense, and consent to this charge. I understand the state's theory. However, this individual came to Mr. Watson for the specific purpose of challenging him in a street fight.
Now, by the way, for those of you that aren't familiar, apparently the person that he confronted, I've heard things that he wasn't altogether there mentally. I'm not sure if that's true or if that's just what people are saying, but I've heard he's not altogether there. There was 3 other mates there that all took a crack at this guy when he was down. They were throwing kicks and holding him down for Wes. Wes was holding his hair, by the way, because this guy came in with dreadlocks, allegedly.
And then
It's here. The CCTV showed.
Actually, have any of you guys actually seen the footage? I'll put that on there. That might be a good idea. So I'll just show you briefly. We'll just watch briefly the actual footage. So this is the guy here who got attacked. There's Wes Twatson here in the black shirt. And there's all of his mates in the background here.
Holding him down to prevent him from getting up this whole time.
Old Wesley Watson holds him, slaps him with a belt a few times. We'll just skip forward to the Johnny Bravo films. Yeah, Johnny Bravo's.
Once troops in his pipe, working off as a group, these hands are collapsed.
All right, here we go. This is the actual footage. So look, so this guy has already come. His mate's already come on the side here as well.
In the face, because this guy with the gray shirt, he helped push him down with this little. He's got thing off. If you're on this next one now, you could pull Wes off. Getting up this whole time, Wes hit him. Punch isn't winning, right? He's
holding his hair, by the way. This guy comes in for a kick too, by the way. This sneaky piece of shit here comes in for a kick.
Now he comes.
And gives him a bit of a boot to the head, if I'm not mistaken.
Like I said from the first video I made, everyone's got a right to defend themselves. We saw it on assessments. I'm working on.
I mean, look, say what you will about Wes, right, being a dirty dog. But Diana, how are you, dear? Good to see you. Say what you will about Wes, but look, his calves looking pretty massive right there, yeah? His calves looking pretty toned. I don't know if that's just a tattoo, but his calves looking pretty toned. But anyway, that's what ended up happening. All of his buddies and him. Now, fair enough. The guy came towards him, yes. He came towards him, and he had a right to defend himself, but there was 4 of his mates there. The guy was never going to punch on with him. It was never going to be a winning fight, so he decided to act like a hero in front of his mates and go at him. He could have said, let's go outside one-on-one. But he didn't. So he knew exactly how it was going to unfold, and he wanted to be a hero. And then he boots the guy in the head. There's no need for that shit. Anyway, back to the trial.
The victim set up his phone to start recording the interaction between him and the defendant. And it says the victim pushed the defendant.
correct.
State.
I'm reading it, Your Honor.
He struck the victim several times with the weightlifting belt.
To start with.
And then other people join in, striking and kicking the victim.
Yep, that's it. You and your mates. I mean, he's looking pretty jacked in that little white one piece there, yeah? I mean, white's a good color for Wes. It shows off his 230-pound frame. He's looking pretty jacked. I'm not sure he might think of it the same way, but he is. Why is everyone just sitting quietly? What the fuck? Say some shit.
I defer to the court and just simply ask for the stay of the order.
The victim suffered a face fracture, concussion, and 2 black eyes, and it looks like beautiful.
How was this already released? He just got arrested yesterday. How does someone have access to this footage already? Do all American court cases just get streamed live on the internet? I mean, I think Australia's does as well, to be honest with you. I think you can watch it, but...
I'm afraid to have a legal argument, Mr. Gottlieb.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask for another order.
No, no order to stay away from the alleged victim. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim's home, school, and place of employment at all times. Do you understand the stay away from, sir?
Yeah.
All right. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I understand he went to the gym.
Could have said yes, Your Honor, just to be polite, but what a douche.
He punched him, and then they used the weight. He used the weight belt.
Correct.
So I get aggravated. There's probable cause for, I guess, the felony. You want me to split them both?
I'm sorry, is it... Okay.
2,500 each. I'm not giving it R1.
Give him...
Judge, 5,000 is acceptable. Thank you.
Do they not know that Wes Watson's a millionaire? She's only charging him $5,000 bail. The dude's a motherfucking millionaire.
$2,500 bond count 1, $2,500 back bond count 2. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too. Mr. Watson, I'll take care of that. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can you repeat the bonds?
$2,500 count 1, $25 for police. Don't engage, because if you get arrested for anything else, you'll be locked up in jail until your trial.
Yeah, I just want to, just real quick.
Mr. Watson, please don't make any statements. You and I can talk about it. Thank you, sir.
Sorry about that.
No problem. No problem.
Look at him. He even wants to talk. He just can't shut the fuck up. He just wants to talk.
I'll make sure your bond is arranged. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So 5,000.
You want me to, which one do you want to call first? This one or that one or this one? I'm sorry, Edward Philippe is next. Page 8.
In this situation, Wes has nobody to blame but himself. He needs to look at himself in the mirror and say, listen, I challenged all these people to.
If I would have come out and just start talking like this one day, I think you guys would be really concerned about me. But then again, if that's the angle I was going, I mean, again, I'm sitting here with underwear on my head, wearing sunglasses, wearing a t-shirt that says I will snatch every motherfucker birthday with Steven Seagal. So who am I to sit here mocking John Bravo for literally having awesome hair, very manicured beard, and his massive chesticles just popping out the shirt there. I mean, that shirt design is not by accident. Johnny knows what he's doing with that shirt. That V cut there is almost like it's been tailor-made to just show off his massive chesticles.
Come and fight me because I got a big mouth, I got an ego, and I don't shut the fuck up. So he challenged people to come fight him, and look what happens now. He has no one to blame but himself. And the issue, like I said earlier, he challenged people, them thinking it's a one-on-one. They go, and it's not a one-on-one. It's weapons. It's his goon little fuckers next to him, all beating down this guy brutally. Then after he's done, he beats him again, almost killing the guy. So there's no one to blame but himself. And like I said in the last video,
there you go.
This asshole had a chance. How many people go to prison 7 years, come out, blow up on social media by trying to give people an incredible story about a comeback?
You know what? He's not wrong, by the way. He's not wrong. The guy did have spent time in jail, came out, arguably made some decent money. Let's not say he was really rich. He made lots of money, and now all of a sudden, yeah.
Inspiring people to do something for themselves when they go to prison, right? And then you have that chance to inspire all those people. And what do? You get rich. You get famous. It goes.
Is he a music person? Is he? Or is we talking about the actual Johnny Bravo or this guy?
To your fucking head and makes you a bigger asshole than you ever were. And this is what happens. You're facing a legal issue again where you could end up in prison getting pegged again. We know how much you like it, but did you really want to go back to get some more? You were driving around in Bugattis, Lamborghinis. You had all.
Hey, Glowing. If someone's willing to pay ridiculous money for underwear that's been on my head, I'm more concerned about that person being that interested in buying my underwear than selling the underwear. I should be worried about this person more than anything else. And I don't know if that's you. If you want to buy my jocks, go ahead. But I think I just need a restraining order against whoever buys it. That's for sure.
All these hot Sharmuta Latina women around you. And now, like I said, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. And instead of giving people an incredible comeback story that not many people have, you're giving them this story. Guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like on my video.
I will hit like on your video, Johnny. You deserve it. What did you say, Humongous? You sent me something. Discord. Yeah, there you go. It's Johnny Bravo. It looks more like Johnny Bravo. It suits him. You'll buy my socks? All right, I'll tell you what. We'll start auctioning off bits of my my hair. You know, if anyone wants any of my gray beard hair, I'll sell that. Anyone want some gray beard hair? Now, I mean, look, normally I'd finish up the stream, but seeing as though, you know, we've got some characters in here, I'll play the video I released last night. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I thought we'd watch it together while we're here anyway. But also, I do want to show. I'm going to start doing a bit more of this just for fun, right? This has got nothing to do with anything. This is just for fun. I do this for my own amusement, and I think that you guys enjoy a little bit as well. That's why I do it. Anyone who says Sensei is not an athlete, I defy you to just look at this. Ignore the AI thing, all right? But anyone that says, look at the concentration on his face. I mean, he's got a really slim neck. I think that's a bit out of that's not really accurate. He's got a really slim neck, but bam, bam, look at that, boom. He could definitely do that, and I think he could definitely do that. No Retreat, No Surrender. That was a great movie. I remember that one. And the second one, I saw the second one too, which was shit. So I think I'm going to be doing a bit more putting Seagal's head on shit. It's actually a bit of fun. I'm not going to lie. It is fun as shit. And the video I released a video last night. It's actually doing pretty well, which I'm not going to lie. It's pretty good. It's quieting down a bit now, but it's doing all right thus far. I mean, if I can get 10,000 views in my first 24 hours, that's a win. Some videos do more, some videos do less, obviously, depending on what they are. But I really enjoyed making this one. I've got some nice comments on this one too, actually. A lot of positive comments about people who have had a shitty day, really, and this video's, you know, made them feel better, I guess. It's quite good considering I just released it. It's been quite a decent response, but anyway, let's get into it. Shall we? While I roll a certain type of medicinal thing. All right, now I'll get the audio right. Now, some of you guys would have seen some of these clips before, obviously, because I'm painting the story now. Obviously, this is about the psychology of Bullshido. For those of you that aren't aware, the psychology of Bullshido. All right, let's see if the audio is good. There we go.
Normally, my Bullshido videos center around mocking these idiots for either perpetrating the scam or willingly taking part in it.
Whoop.
Or my videos might involve midgets throwing hands, completely squeaky noises on impact.
All right, now, before I play this, I can't take credit for the squeaks. All right, I didn't do the squeaks. I found the video with the squeaks, but I am taking credit for the names that were given to these guys because I made those names up. And I think they're pretty awesome. That's all I'm saying. I think you should appreciate the names, if nothing else. I mean, I don't know why, but that just made me laugh like shit.
Perhaps I've been a bit harsh. So today I thought we'd try to better understand the psychology of both the Bullshido teacher and their bootlicking students. And, of course, we're going to be hanging shit on them because they deserve it for doing this kind of nonsense.
That's also one of my favorite clips. I can't get enough of this shit. This just made me laugh. Why did he turn at the last minute? Why did he turn around and cop one in the face? It's supposed to be the back of the head, isn't it? Why did he turn right into it? I just can't understand it. And what also made me laugh, I'm going to play it again, is the saliva. He gets the spit out of his mouth, right? Ready? He gets the spit out of his mouth. I don't know. For me, that made me piss myself. Super retarded wrestling. No, we watched Japanese disabled wrestling last time, but I mean, there was one clip that I didn't put in, right? That I was going to put in, but I thought I better not. I'll play it for you guys now, and you tell me what you think, right? Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? Fuck, what did I do with it, man? That's annoying. It was, oh, here we go. Okay. I didn't use this, right? I didn't use this because I obviously didn't want to make fun of it. But I mean, yeah, I didn't use it, but I'm not going to lie. The first time I saw it, I did have a bit of a laugh, but the guy's doing his best, and it's not funny, all right? Oh, you got to give him credit for going for it. Look, I don't know what he's actually doing, but he's obviously doing something, and, you know, credit to the guy for going. He's credit to him for having a crack. Yeah, he's getting out there. He's having a crack. But yeah, look, he's something within me just would not allow me to play with just would not allow me to to put that in my video. So yeah, he's bless his soul. He's giving it his best. He might be bopping around like a bit of a potato, but he's doing his best. Yeah, considering what's happened to him. Good luck to him. Anyway, back to the video. Potato Carter.
Every Bushido martial art needs an awesome master who is appropriately draped in either really Asian-y outfits or extremely martial artsy outfits with lots of belts and stripes, or super dapper looking in a suit.
You guys remember Nami? How many of you guys remember Nami from back in the day? He was one of the OG Bushidos.
And now they even come in hipster doofus form.
With the jiu-jitsu terminology, but really and truly, we can cut the blood circulation off to his brain. He thinks he's going to cut the blood circulation off to my brain and pass me out. If I can get to these small intestine points right here, I don't have to go against I don't have to go for the wrist control. So go time to go. I'm going to press it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Hold it for 3 seconds.
You know what the thing is, though? Before he even gets to count from 3, ticks over to 4, he'd be sleeping.
Meanwhile,
1, 2, 3.
Whatever your angle, it is compulsory to exhibit strong self-delusion.
Have any of you guys seen this one before? Have any of you guys seen whatever this thing is before? This clip? This is from Indonesia also, I believe. Has anyone seen this?
Stemming from being bullied or diddled as a child, or perhaps daddy didn't come to karate practice when he said he would. Either way, they are powerful beings with abilities that you could only dream of.
And this is like Indonesia or some shit.
A few inches later.
Which is why they must do everything in either slow motion or stupidly explosive and or exaggerated movements.
You got the key is to hock a loogie before you hit him, yeah? You got to hock a loogie.
Hand waving and buzzwords are a must.
Amplify the energy and then let it go to ground.
I know, right? Who would have thought having a big rock would have yeah, who would have thought a big rock would have hurt your back, right? This guy's one of my favorites. His name's Yappy, if I'm not mistaken. Yappy.
you sink, and then you return back to it. Okay? I engage my strength.
Do you say stop?
And lots of touching.
Touch me. Yes. And I feel his feet. And then that's, I'm in you. Push. This is called rooting. So I'm always touching his feet.
Some with light touching and some with heavy touching and feeling.
Now, I'm curious to know who did you like most individual-wise? How many of you like this fella here?
I want to feel as much of his body as I can. Cuddle me. I just feel more of his body. Or he's giving you like a cuddle. If he comes on my palm.
Some even with no touching at all. Just kicking you in the gonads with chi.
The people in the background, I mean, it's shit quality. I couldn't find a good quality of this. It's from God knows when, in Indonesia somewhere. I mean, this dude using normal cameras back then, so it's probably the 90s. But everyone's watching and it looks like they're taking notes, or maybe there's some curriculum to follow. I don't know what they could possibly be following. It's kind of like Systema all over again.
Some techniques can never be taught because
Okay.
it is so simple.
This is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite. Oh, you fucking idiot. Sorry, man. I'm trying to roll a joint at the same time. And then I skipped ahead. My fat fingers. Where were we? All right. My favorite right here. These ladies.
Some techniques can never be taught because it is so secretive, like the ancient art of angry old lady food.
I mean, this looks like an evil spirit kind of putting evil spirits on the other person kind of death match, right? Like they're brawling right now. You guys can't see it. This is kind of like in Dragon Ball when Krillin and all them can't follow what's happening with Goku and someone really strong. That's basically what we can't understand here. Is there's some heavy spiritual power and chi going on at play here. Bam. And that's where it happens. That's where the lady in the black just outdoes her opponent. Now, I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how she does it, but she does. It's coming. There. Bam. She's down. She's down. She's down and out. She's down. She's down.
And others are only worth teaching to those that are worthy.
Well, when I just relax the energy through it, I can...
You're not wrong, Glowing, and Kat, I do need to do that, but in fairness to me, it is only like now it's 9 a.m. Stream starts at 8 a.m. I'm getting up at 7 a.m. I didn't get to bed last night till after midnight finishing the video, so I'm gonna plead no time. But with that said, I never have them pre-rolled anyway, so it's not like that's an excuse. So yeah, fair point to both of you.
Rich, through a unity or connection with my partner, and then I
Bam.
through an outflow.
Fingers sending fly. By the way, if you look at his place, right? Maybe it's just me, but that's a nice looking pad. That's a nice, spacious looking home that all this bullshito is probably paid for. So he's done all right. He's done all right. Now, this guy, I don't know what he's doing, and I didn't know exactly where to put him, but he needed to have his own moment. Because whatever he thinks he's doing here, squeaking and jiggling his body as he looks at himself in the mirror, it's just not it, bro.
What is simply non-negotiable is the need for a pole. Not every master will be as lucky as J-Mac and have a pole, but we all need one.
Look at Paul. Paul just looks like, even just his face there. Tell me Paul's not the kind of guy you could just sit at a cafe with, right? Just hang out with at a cafe. No need to look at your phone. You could just both sit, look around the room together, every now and again make a comment, and then that's it. Paul's not the kind of guy who needs to talk all the time. Paul can sit in silence and just comes in with comments when necessary. That's the kind of guy that I think Paul is. That's the Paul that I like to think of.
That's what.
I mean, we need to get the internet onto finding Paul. Someone needs to know who Paul is and find him.
Nobody else has lived up to Paul's standards. Nor do I think they ever will.
Look, if we ever get to a point where we're a bit bigger in the channel and we get over 100,000 on the other channel, I might have to just send a shout out to people on the internet to find Paul. Someone's got to be able to find Paul for us. The internet can find anything and anyone.
I just bring Paul over here. That's a knockout point. Thank you, Paul. 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 And that circle.
I like to think Paul's still alive, by the way. I really do like to think Paul's still alive. I hope he is.
The student will often look like they're on some sort of offender registry or doesn't wash his hands after taking a dump, or possibly both. Individuals may have originally begun practicing solo Bushido.
I mean, this guy's the best too. I don't know why he decided to upload this. I mean, you could probably ask why did he bother filming it, but let's get beyond that. He filmed it, but why did he decide to upload it? Unless his wife found it and decided to do it, but
inevitably seek out like-minded ball sniffers to prance around together in circles. Some could pass as normal members of society, potentially living right next door to you, and you're completely oblivious to the fact that they are flipping and flopping, toenail collecting Bushido lovers.
I mean, I don't even know what this is about. I mean, what's with the water bottle, man? What's with the water bottle? Have you transferred your power to the water bottle? What is it?
Few are truly born to be part of Bushido, but when you see them perform, you know for sure they're dedicated losers with absolutely no life.
This is on like Sri Lanka's Got Talent, by the way. This guy jumped up on stage. He went to break a board on his head, fell backward, definitely got concussed. Tried to finish the rest of the show, but couldn't.
Like this hefty lad who puts everything into his performance. There are varying levels of commitment and idiocy, but you must completely abandon all rhyme, reason, and sanity and throw yourself around like a complete tossbag.
I always look if someone's laughing. No one's ever laughing. This guy might be smirking.
While your wife watches on and loses more and more respect for you with each passing second.
Yeah, why would you bring your wife to this shit? Honestly, who's bringing their wife to this kind of shit? It's already embarrassing enough as it is, so you bring your missus? I mean, they can't be there on their own accord. There's no way these women came there by themselves without their husband dragging them there. That's all I'm saying.
Not sure how they actually managed to snag women.
I mean, this bitch looks terrified. She looks absolutely. I mean, you can't really tell, but she's generally either half laughing and half terrified.
Not sure how they actually managed to snag women, but doubling down and involving them in your silly clown act seems like a smart move.
I mean, does anyone not know that? I mean, I can do that to myself right now. Oh shit! You know, you get the lighter and you just keep moving it. I've got a fan on, so it's not going to work. But you know, you get the lighter, you just keep moving it along. It's not that hard a trick.
Your silly clown act seems like a smart move.
But this guy really gets into it. He's doing it. He's selling it hard. I don't even know what he's doing here. She's facing the other way, so either she's got a really smelly ass, she got that ass stank, or he's drunk as fuck. I mean, I was just trying to find sound effects to put in, really. I couldn't keep doing Hadouken, so I thought I'd bring Dalsim into the mix.
Brain cells are not needed in the safe Bushido space, and these guys will never be as good as Paul.
Thank you very much.
Now, she looks like she's either half laughing and half like, listen, guys, just fuck off. Leave me alone. Look at her face. She's like, just fuck off. Just leave me alone. I've had enough. Let me go home, please.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you very much, Paul.
The dangerous combination. So, what happens when you combine a delusional, self-proclaimed master with secret wisdom? What? Low self-esteem, friendless plebs looking for acceptance and belonging anywhere? A lot of this delicious ridiculousness.
I mean, Nami's got some of the most ridiculous people, though. I know we've done Nami before, but he's got some of the most ridiculous participants. I mean, how does that even work? How does this even work? That's probably my favorite one there, just because the stance and the walk away, right? It's all about the stance and the walk away.
The Students are often special needsy and gravitate towards learning something unique, extraordinary, and powerful that only they know. The masters need willing ass hats to flop around and demonstrate their one.
I mean, look, you got this guy here. He looks kind of creepy, and I think he's actually part of the martial camp. So he's actually part of this camp, but he looks creepy as shit. This old bloke, I mean, you know, his wife definitely left him if he was ever married. This lady here, definitely, I don't know what she's doing there. I don't know what she's up to. She's probably lost and just stumbled in, thinking it's some kind of spa, bed and breakfast spa.
Just magical abilities, so the soulmates unite.
Got a ponytail dude back there. Another geriatric fella here. This guy looks like he's probably, I don't know, possibly still a virgin in the background. The guy on the left here definitely looks like he's a creep who stares at women through their windows. And as for Richie, Yappy, whatever his name is, Richie, I think he's Richie.
Now, the key word here is demonstrate the techniques, not actually test if they work. They're just...
Wait, go back. Go back to what? That? What about her?
Magical abilities, so the soulmates unite. Now, the key word here is demonstrate the techniques, not actually test if they work. They're just there to show that they work. But don't forget to use the fancy words to make you sound smart and legitimate.
Once I engage my needle, is that? And all I did was...
Wow.
Needles.
Engage my needle.
Eventually, you'll find enough people that both...
By the way, Yappy, just for reference, I'll play you the whole clip from Yappy, just so you don't think I'm talking shit about him.
Even if I put my hands up here, if you try to grab hold of my hands, right? There's nothing, see?
Yeah. I mean, what does he think he's doing here? Like, between any of that happening, I'm smashing the shit out of him. First of all, no one's grabbing you by the wrist like Mike Tyson said.
Right? Yeah. But did I use any force? No. Because if I use strength, you would have counted me. Yes. Right? You've got jiu-jitsu background, you've got Tai Chi background, right?
Okay, he's got a jiu-jitsu background. That's relevant. Tai Chi background doesn't mean shit for self-defense.
Right? Yeah, and Wing Chun background, you would have easily counted. But because I give you nothing.
He can't counter.
See? If I do this, yeah, you know what to do. And even my stance is moving. But once I engage my needle, is that?
So he's engaged his needle, basically.
Normally, my
anyway.
Thank you, delusional grandmasters. I wouldn't have idiots to make fun of me to start a whole movement. Bushido is just the politics or ideology of the martial arts world. Everyone believes in their own unit.
This is one of Sensei's teachers, by the way.
Bullshit. And without it, I wouldn't have idiots to make fun of. So thank you all, you weak-minded lunatics. Thank you, delusional grandmasters. But most important...
All right, that's the end of that anyway. You want to see what? A lady in the foreground. I showed you the lady in the foreground. I want to see that clip of Sensei lying about Bruce Lee. Ah, okay. I've got it somewhere here.
When I go to his house and Bruce Lee was there a lot.
He was there a lot.
Did I know Bruce, talk to him, learn from him? Nothing like that. But I did get to see him and watch him, talk to him.
Sensei lies a lot. All right, legends. We're going to call it a day there. We're about 73 minutes in. These are supposed to be hour-longish streams. Next one is tomorrow night, Sunday night, or I don't know what time of day it is for you guys now, but it'll be Sunday night. Next video, I'm not sure. I've got a couple on the go at the moment. I'm not sure what I'll try and have ready by Sunday night, but there'll be a lot of Seagal goodness. The main one, again, is Sunday. That's where we're going to be doing all things Seagal related, as a bunch of other nonsense. But thank you for coming here. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm doing here with this one yet, but I appreciate you all coming as we watched along. I hope you had a good time. Have a good weekend, my friends, and stay legendary. And I hope to see you all on Sunday. Thank you, legends. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.